One. This is a first, well, first in a long time. An evening stream. How about that? All right, cool. And we are featuring a brand new tablet, courtesy of XP Pen. Thank you for sending this my way to give a review. So this is my first impression. So I just unboxed this literally about an hour ago. Setup was super easy, and I'm really excited to give it a go. I had a quick test at PAX this weekend with them, and that was really fun. But now I've got the whole thing sort of customized to the way I want it. So this comes with a remote, obviously the pen, and then the tablet. And yeah, it's so far feeling really, really awesome. So thank you XP Pen again for not sponsoring this video, but sending this tablet my way so I can do a full review. So that's coming soon. Give me 1 second. All right. So what I'm gonna do today. So we finished the last video or last stream with that punk character as a main character. So tonight I'm gonna test out this tablet by sketching out a brand new character for the series. You're scared of feet because of me. Uh, is that because of the foot tutorial or because you were once a student who had to learn how to draw feet? I'm not sure. So let's give it a go. All right. Again, welcome to the stream for anyone who's here. Let me just go ahead and open up Twitch. I always forget to open up Twitch in this thing. So I always forget you guys because I don't get much traction on there. So, but just in case there's some visitors, may as well get this going as well. All right, cool. All right, easy peasy. Let's get going. So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to go ahead and sketch out a new character and see how we go. I have an image in mind, and I think it's going to be really fun. So let's go. Sorry, just getting everything set up here. All right. All right, cool. So we got a new canvas. G'day. Thank you for joining. I appreciate not attention, the company rather, if that makes sense. All right. It's always hard to do this on your own without a team or a Steam Deck. It's so difficult. Not a Steam Deck, but a Stream Deck. Sorry. Just give me 1 sec. All right, cool. Just making sure I'm seeing both you guys on the chat. So, yep, awesome. All right, let's get going. So what we're gonna do is sketch out a brand new character, and just on first impression, sorry, the screen feels a lot different than the first version of this tablet. Like way different, like way smoother. I was just using it because I was using a tablet earlier today, the old one, which was a 16. This is the 16, the Pro 16 Mark II or Generation 2, and it feels just on the hand way softer on the screen. There's no sort of slippery in it, like stickiness rather. So it feels way more slick. Wow, what a difference! And even then, just like touching the screen feels way different. Wow. Okay, it's got more texture to it too. And I've got a texture. It also has textured nibs in the packet, which is awesome too. So normally that's only in a Wacom tablet, but now they're starting to come out in these sort of other versions, which is really cool. All right. So to start off with, I'm not going to go with any like 3-point turnaround sort of stuff yet. What I'm going to do is sort of work on fixing up I stream all the time, but I stream in the mornings. But now I'm doing it in the evenings because I got a little kiddo, and my wife's going back to work next week, and I need to find another way to do these streams. So it's going to be when she's sleeping, as in when my daughter's sleeping, and when my wife is probably at the gym or something like that. So yeah, 10 o'clock every day in the evening, AEST. So if you want to join in, feel free. So off the bat, in first impressions, this feels holy crap, so much more responsive. I don't know what it is. It's just really subtle. It's way more responsive. I'm really excited to get started on this. All right, so we're going to start with a brand new grayscale layer. So the reason I do a grayscale layer is so I don't burn my eyes when I am drawing for hours on end, and it just helps to keep a neutral tone as well. So if you're doing a sketch for the first time, I recommend actually going with a 50% gray-ish, and then working with that. And that will allow you to keep your highlights as well without burning out everything. So that's really cool too. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with a layer like that. I'm going to lock that off so I can't use that. And make a new layer. And that's going to be my sketch layer. So I'm going to go ahead and call that sketch. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a brush, zoom in. Now the cool thing about this little wheel up here, this little wheel here, is that I can actually scale up my brush just by using the wheel. And I had the click wheel this time around, and it feels really good. So I'm really liking the click wheel. All right, so let's go ahead and sketch out a general shape. So what I have in mind is a female character that's a bit more bulky. So like strong bulky. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and figure out what I want to do there. And the thing is, they're all going to be wearing masks as well. So what I need to be aware of is just like how bulky she's going to be, what kind of bulk. It's going to be like muscular bulk, obviously. So I'm getting good vibes off this already, just in terms of these sort of sharp shapes. And if you don't know me in terms of the way I draw, is that hello, welcome, welcome, Buckle, yet again. Well, you're on all the time, so thanks for joining. So yeah, what I like about when I do shapes is I like to be pretty graphic. I don't usually go with like realism, so to speak. So if you like that sort of style, then stick around because that's kind of where I'm taking this little sketch. And if you find yourself running out of space in Photoshop of like making sure you can see everything in frame, you can always open up the inspector. Or navigator, sorry. So it's called a navigator. It's like a little thumbnail version of your drawing, and you can kind of see a sort of bird's eye view of where your drawing is going or where it's heading. So what I'm going to do is just get a sense of height. It's going to be a very different design to the first one, that's for sure, as in the punk guy. So they're still going to have some punk qualities in there, but I want her to be a bit more confident and a bit more jacked, if that makes sense. So yeah, super strong chick, like on the roids, sort of super strong. Yeah, like not bodybuilder kind, but like strong woman kind. And she's only going to be in this film for as a background character, so I don't have to put too much effort into this one. As much like in terms of effort, they're still going to require like she's going to have some screen space time, but um, she's not going to have like much of a speaking role or anything like that. So she's basically going to be there in the action set piece itself. So the idea is just making her look as cool as possible. So I'm trying to figure out what that may look like. Obviously, she needs more of a neck. And just trying to get some nice shapes in there. Again, they're going to be wearing masks. So keep that in mind. All right. And I want her to be pretty busty as well. Do I have a DeviantArt? I used to. And then I got rid of it after the AI fiasco. It's not working. Control Shift C. Control Z. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that it worked yesterday when I was at Thingo, but the combination of both doesn't seem to be working just yet. I might have to update the drivers. But no, I don't have a DeviantArt anymore. I used to have one for years. And then my stuff started getting stolen for as in AI art, and I was like, nah, fuck that. Like not stole, like they actually like before they started going evil and like actually promoting AI art, they had this nice thing where it would tell you whether it was being stolen and using algorithms. And then they joined the dark side and joined in on the fun on that side, and then I decided to kill it. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty horrible. Um, yeah, and it was on with the problem with these sort of social networks like this is that they don't ask you for permission first. They want you to opt out rather than opting in. At least that's what happened with my art. So I wasn't keen on that. And that's kind of a shame because I was with the on DeviantArt for a long time. It's what got me started as a freelancer. Really, it's what inspired me to be, in a way, inspired me to be an animator or take my animation ambitions to the next level by going to university. So it's a bit of a shame that like yeah, it came to that. But that's their lot. That's their loss, man. It's their fault. All right, cool. So yeah, just trying to get shapes in there. Now this might not even be the final design, but I'm just trying to play with some cool little poses, I guess you can say. I always tend to keep the poses fairly neutral because I know that I'm going to end up having to translate it into a T pose anyway. Oh no, that's the thing. Like anything can be put into the AI algorithms. I'm sure your work is just as good enough to be stolen anyway. So I feel like I'm that feels good. I feel like I'm not putting enough femininity in the legs, so I'm just going to see what I can do about adding some hips in there. All right, let's change that back to brush. Um, hmm. There's the cat saying hello as always. Again, I haven't got around to getting the cat meow counter yet. If you guys can hear the cat. All right. So what we're doing here, we're trying to let's try and add some femininity. Yes, yes, Anna, relax. If he meows too much, I'll have to take a moment to put a pause because the baby is literally next door. So if I can't, if he meows too loud, he does wake her up. So I apologize if I have to like go on a quick breather to sort of sort that out if that's the case. All right, cool. I think I'm getting okay. I'm getting what I need into this now. There we go. That's better. A little bit of hip action. Meow meow. Welcome back. Yeah, I know, right? All right, cool. There we go. That feels a little better. Yeah, yeah, that's better. Now, if I find myself running out of space to add some legs, I'm just going to shrink down the character. All right. So I'm just going to shrink her down. Good evening. I'm going to have to get used to saying that. So I'm being very sketchy here as well. So if I don't end up going with this pose or even like going with this style at all, it's completely fine. It's just very early days in this design, and I really haven't done any prep either. So, in terms of anatomy or anything like that, I'm not really going to play around too much with it. I'm not going to be too much of a stickler. It's more about just nailing a sort of style that I like, and what I think would work for the character. So even like yeah, getting calves wrong in the wrong direction, don't really care. Ugh. So this is the embarrassing part when I draw online for the first time. Like I find myself making more mistakes than I normally do. There we go. Sometimes it's always fun to also exaggerate, even like the way legs fall on the ground. So it helps you sort of emphasize certain attitudes, I guess you can say, about a character. So like sometimes I don't bother with like the flow in the legs just feels a bit more fun. So I'd go with that sometimes. And sometimes you can see the legs are absolutely huge. So I will have to go ahead and scale them or whatever according to whatever I need. Yeah, it's the warm up time. There he goes. Okay, I need to start to think about helping do something about that cat. One moment. Just give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Hopefully he speaks quiet. I don't think he will, but we'll see. Uh, oh, also the book I reviewed, yeah, it's an awesome book. I'm glad you like it. So I hope that if you do get it, if you haven't bought it, I hope it serves you well. Let's just do a similar sort of thing here with the legs. All right, cool. So let's see. Just need to get a little hint, I guess you can say. I'm just gonna go ahead and just play with that a little bit. There we go. Like there, like there. Just play with the ankle action there. There he goes again. I gotta get that cat counter. But yeah, I'm sorry if I have to cut it short, like really short. If the baby monitor goes off, then I go off. I'm sorry. Cool. So yeah, now it's just going to exaggerate some areas of the body. I might actually move this off to the inside just a little bit. See, yeah, that feels a bit better. Yeah, because now that crotch is working better there. All right. Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. Ah, cheers. Thanks, not Cal. Okay, let's hope that works out all right. Cat's with me. He's probably gonna still be a prick. All right. I need to duct tape the cat. Yeah, no, we got some calming stuff. Hopefully he calms down, but I haven't given it to him yet, and I'm hoping that I couldn't find it, so I have to try and get it in a second. All right, let's deselect and start painting a bit more. Now, I'm also using the latest version of Photoshop, which has that AI crap in it, which is pretty cool. But I want to avoid using that as well. So I don't want to use it to like form any ideas. I just really want to try and make it my own sort of design. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give this a little bit more of a pose, like a hands on hips sort of pose. This might be better off. So it's almost like a superhero pose, honestly. Tried turning off the cat. Not quite. So let's just get that really strong forearm. Get those shoulders in there. And there we go. Now, as for what she's going to be carrying, that's actually a good idea. I might actually have her sort of showing the weapon that she's going to be carrying. So it might actually be good to have one arm either out or, yeah, I might have one arm out like so. Let's see. So just imagine a giant honking gun there. All right. Now I'm not going to draw the gun just yet. I'm just going to give it some reference because I need to figure out where the arm is going to go. I always have this habit of just, if I'm going to keep it the pose pretty simple, just something like this is usually enough to just give an impression of what I want. Just a little asymmetry in the pose. Brock Samson ref. Possibly. I think I know. I think I get that reference. I'm pretty horrible. Yeah, maybe. This is meant to be a chick after all, but yeah, still, still a little bit of that going on, isn't there? But I didn't want to get the little legs going on, like in that sort of classic way, because that's going to be given to another character, actually. Yeah, let's put the gun like this. Stock on the ground, of course. And leave it at that. And there'll be more to it later on. As for what gun I'm going to design for it, I probably won't do that tonight, but I will do that over the next day or so. Just try and figure out what she's going to be carrying, at least for the image. Cool. Let's get that going on. Got a little arm action there. Great. And I'm also just had to figure out like sort of just what kind of clothing she's going to be wearing as well. Yeah, yeah, muscle. Yeah, the muscle build is very similar. That's true. Yeah, I think the thing with the morphs is just knowing when to like depends on how you're texturing it, and it could be just an indication that you need to optimize your UVs as well. So keep that in mind. All right, cool. So I want to keep the top in a sort of relatively low cut. I want to get the mask in there, and then I'm just going to figure out her hair. Now, the nice thing about this method of having every character wear a mask is that I don't need to worry about designing their faces, which is probably always the hardest part, which is awesome. All right. So her mask. Let's see. What can we do? It still has to be kind of fun. Oh, welcome to the welcome for yeah. Thanks for subscribing, Genetic Emperor on YouTube, if he is watching, of course. Yes, remember to hit that like button. If you feel generous, you can feel free to give a super chat or subscribe to the membership or join a Patreon. It's all there. It's all there at the top. You can see it all there. So as for her hair, so her ears, her mouth, and her face are are going to have to be covered. So it can either be a full-on mask, or I can show some hair. So I really want to show some hair. I don't want to go too generic in terms of like badass chick hair. So I might actually go with actually give me one sec. I think I still want it to be fairly punkish in style. So let's see what we can find for reference. Female punk hair. Whoops. Let's have a look for some of the stuff like that. Oh, you can't. Okay, fair enough. Well, hopefully that UVs are good enough then. All right. Yeah, the thing about female punk hair is also quite common in video games, and don't want to go with the mohawk or anything like that. So what I might do is just go with like a long set of ponytails or something like that. Again, I need to think about the way it's going to be the way it's going to be animated as well. So I have to keep it fairly simple. And if it's a ponytail, it's fairly easy to animate as well. Or should just be bald, bald like this, bald with one thing going out like that. Maybe two. Good silhouette if I do it this way. This might be actually this is gonna be kind of fun. I might do this actually. This is kind of silly, but fun. That's what I'm trying to do with these characters. Just have some fun with them. So this is like a really tight weave, and then you got the ponytail coming out the end there. That'd be kind of cool. I kind of like that monk hairstyle. Yeah, sort of. As for that, it could be either just shaved like that, or it could be like pulled back like this. I think I might just do pulled back like that. That looks cool. Yep, let's go with that. And then as for that, we're gonna have some masks. So we're gonna have some filters, like big ass filters. I might do it on both sides for this chick. Oops. All right. Yeah, something like this. I kind of like this. It's getting kind of fun and silly. So, and that's what I want these characters to sort of feel like. Kind of really odd. And then this could have some sort of like, yeah, um, Legionnaire's sort of mask going on there. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, sweet. It feels. I'm getting the right vibe. If that makes sense. So that's pretty cool. Again, I'm gonna have to keep the so all these masks are going to be relatively rubbery as well. So I'm going to be playing with those sort of materials in the texturing. But overall, I like where it's going. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I like where that's going. All right. I might lift her head up a little bit though, because it's getting lost in the neck. So let's lift that all the way up. Something like that. And I might just give that a little bit bigger. All right, cool. All right, so the cat has discovered that my wife has just got home, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let him out. Just give me one sec, yet again. All right, and we're back. It seems like the cat is killing the viewership, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, growing pains from starting again at 10 p.m., I guess. So I'm gonna give her more neck, just so it's a bit more feminine, and that feels a lot better already. I'm gonna reduce the size of her, and that feels really good. The eraser, so that's good. That feels really cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start to refine her shape a little bit, which is nice. Yeah, that's starting to feel a lot nicer, in my opinion. All right, cool. Let's get those traps in there. All right, sweet. What do you guys think? What kind of clothing do you reckon she should wear? I'm still discovering what that might be. So, in the case of, I think in the case of her feet, it'll be boots, obviously. Oh, no worries. Thank you for watching, and thanks for following the tutorials. Yeah, I mean, if you want to check, if you want me to send, if you want me to see it, um, happy to have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Just give me one sec. Gotta open up the stream on the YouTube side. Just give me 1 second. Do, 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 do. Cool. All right. So yeah, you have to send me a you have to tag me on Instagram or something. I can't see links on YouTube, so yeah. If you want me to see it, just tag me on somewhere. Twitter, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. They're the main ones. All right, cool. So what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna do let's see, big boots, and let's just try and fix up these feet a little bit. And again, I don't really care if it's like super silly sort of posing or like some sort of broken leg. I'm just going to do what I want to get this looking cool. All right, cool. That'll do. All right. So as for boots, let's get that going on there. Whoop, 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 whoop. And I've been pretty again, pretty loose with the idea here because I don't even know what kind of boot she's going to be wearing. So probably like military style boots. So yeah, just playing with shape. Let's see how we go. All right, undo that. Let's get the feet looking a little bit smaller. I'm also trying to keep it in style with the other characters' feet, which are really cartoony. So all these things have to be taken into consideration. All right, cool. So as for a top, I want them to be fairly low cut. That feels better for the character. This will be the first one of the first major like voluptuous, I guess, say character I've done in on YouTube in a long time. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little vest. Yeah, that works. Yep, little vest. Yeah, I think that's gonna be just keep it really simple. It's gonna be a crop vest. Yeah, that looks good. I'm not gonna do anything silly like shoulder armor or anything like that. She's gonna have bare arms, I think. So that's gonna be fun. As for her pants, let's go with I have Discord, but you have to join it. I only have Discord available on Patreon. So yeah, I don't have a public Discord yet, but maybe down the line. All right, cool. So if you write the name of the film on the chat without the link, I can probably look it up on YouTube and see it. So that'd be the easiest way of doing it. All right, cool. So we're getting that going on there. That's looking pretty fun. Um, yeah, sweet. I think I'm liking that so far. Yeah. As for her pants, let's see. Can we do? What should we do? Should we do like shorts, or should we do like tights, or should I do? I think tights would be the better option with little tears on it. So like tears here, tears there, tears here, tears there, and then maybe just trying to think about where I would like to have the belt line. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, but then have a little bit of fun action going up there. Now again, I'm gonna get I'm probably gonna get my wife to have a look at this one and see what she thinks as well to improve upon it when she has the time. But I think as a yeah, this is Photoshop. Um, I would use Critter, but I think last time I used Critter, I'm not sure if they optimized it yet. It didn't work very well for Mac. It hasn't been optimized for Mac yet, so um, when the time comes, I might give it a go. All right. All right, sweet. I'm liking this so far. I'm getting good vibes. That's the other side of the vest. It probably looks really amateur to many artists, but this is usually just how I sketch when I first start off. So yeah, I always clean it up eventually, but my drawing ability isn't has never really improved all that much over the years because I haven't had much time to really hone in on it. The funny thing is that when you do 3D, you kind of kill off a lot of your drawing skill pretty quickly. Sometimes it sucks. Half a kilt. I could do something like that if yeah, it's possible. Too fast, too dumb. All right, let's check it out. All right, so I'm trying to find you. Sorry. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't see it. Um, or just might have to look at your name, Flower Star Studio. Okay, I found your channel. So you animate by hand, all of it. So yeah, you do turn animation. That looks pretty cool. This the one? Pretty cool. The fact that he's doing it all by hand is also really cool too. Interesting. What do you animate with? I'm guessing it's with grease pencil, or is it with Flash or something? Animate, sorry. Yeah, cool stuff. Yeah, super cool. All right. Do you shock? Yeah, no, not really. Once you get used to it, once you find the ones that you use the most often, I don't really find any issue with changing um shortcuts because I know the basic ones, and I knew Photoshop before I knew Blender, so that comes pretty naturally to me. All right, cool. As for her pants, let's just remove that area. Obviously, I'm gonna have to put that back a little bit, and she'll need to have a holster. So I'm just gonna do a holster like that. I'm not sure I have it on this side. Let's do it on this side instead. Big gun on one side, holster on the other side, just so I can see it when I go to model it. There we go. That's looking pretty cool. And as for yeah, I'll have to check it out. Well, yeah, I guess you have to just link me to the short because I don't see it on the list. Um, yeah, just tag me where you can. All right, cool. So we got this going on, looking pretty cool. And eventually I'll try to refine it further and try to push the proportions a bit more as well, and also just fix up certain things. So this is a really early sketch, so I can actually probably go ahead and do that now. To be honest, just go ahead and just see what I can do to improve upon that, and also just to see like if I went to image and then flipped it, I'll start to see the issues with the layout. So what I'd go ahead and do is probably fix up the balance of it because it looks pretty horrible. Um, so I can warp that. Come on, warp or this. Yeah, I'll probably warp that. Push this way. Yeah, that looks better already. Yeah, that's why it looks felt off because the balance was all off. I would add a new link. Just try and push that back a little bit. So what I'm trying to do is play with my sort of S curve attributes. Like when I say S curves, I mean like I like to get a like sort of an S curve going on in the body, and I didn't really plan for that when I did the first sketch. So I'm just going ahead and do that now. All right, that'll do. Yeah, that feels a bit more cartoony as well, which is kind of what I want. Yeah, that is me. Welcome to the stream, Hina. Welcome, 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 and thank you for all the chats on Discord. It's been awesome. Um, cool. So I'm using the navigator to figure out where exactly to sort of place and see how I should distort the look of the character. Well, that's a bit too much. And I'll probably do a second pass on the sketch as well. Just keep that in mind. So it's very early days with this one. And because I had an idea of the other one, I already drew it. Um, this one doesn't come as naturally. So I think I did like 3 sketches of the punk guy when I first was designing him. So I had a pretty good idea of how he's meant to look. Whereas this one's just brand new. So it's a good way of just showing you guys as well, just how much work goes into it, relatively speaking. All right, cool. Let's see how that looks when I flip it back. And that feels better already in terms of just posing. There's a better balance going down the middle. So you see that balance there. So if we go ahead and flip that, that feels a lot better already, which is awesome. That's what I should have had before. So I'm going to go ahead and save that into my pre-production page. I'm going to call her Smuggler Female. All right, cool. She doesn't really have a name, so that's the nice thing about this as well. Not many names. So far, this feels really good. By the way, the tablet feels amazing. So for those who weren't here before, this is a review unit from XP Pen. They sent it to me last week. This is my first chance having to go at it. So it's been really, it feels so nice to use actually. It's really good. Feels way more sensitive and a lot more softer on my hand when I sketch. And the pen is top tier in terms of comfort. It feels a lot more comfortable. So really nice to have when I'm drawing. All right, cool. So let's start off by trying to refine some of these shapes. So I'm gonna make a brand new layer. And let's just see what I can do about this shape here. Let's bring down the... I haven't tried sculpting with it quite yet. I'm going to be trying to sculpt with it hopefully tomorrow as I start to build out this review as well. So we'll definitely be putting this to the case. So basically what the idea is that with the review and any reviews that are coming my way, because there's going to be a couple coming out. Well, sorry, there's going to be a couple of reviews coming out in the next couple of weeks. The idea is that I'm still going to be trying to make a walkthrough with it. So even if it's maybe featured by or supported by a certain brand, such as a tablet brand or something else, my plan is to always be centered around creation. So the idea is that unlike other videos that do sort of these sort of product reviews, where they sort of just have a bunch of B-roll of them drawing, this is going to be a fully fledged tutorial in of itself. And that anything that comes from that will be also related to either filmmaking or just having fun with the product and making fun things and fun scenes. So I'm hoping that's to be the case going forward with my sort of stuff. There's nothing wrong with the bamboo, that's for sure. All right, cool. So with that in mind, I'm just going to go ahead and bring this out here. Now, I feel like I should make this mask a bit more feminine. That feels a bit too Star Warsy as well. So I don't want to have it feel like Star Wars. So I'm not going to go with that route. So I don't like that. I don't like the feel of that anymore. How should I make this look? It still has to have a sort of quality to it. Yeah, Bambi does the job. All tablets do the job, really. I can't do that because that's too Spider-Man-y. So let's see. What else can I do? Playing with the idea here. Let's see. Hmm. Trying to think like glasses, sunnies, or those giant glasses that chicks wear. Let's have a look. Big sunglasses. Yeah, something like this maybe. I'm getting vibes like this. Those sort of things. Stupidly sized ones. That could be cool. Cat eye would be kind of cool. So yeah, I'm trying to do something like or like off the wall weird. Oh, of course. Well, the review would have to be the main thing of the video. Yeah, that would have to be the featured thing. I mean, they are sending me the product of a review, but yes, it will be all encompassing. I know how to. I have an idea of how to edit it together, so it's all good. Don't you worry. You'll still get something fun out of these videos. Yes, it does. It does have a stand. So it has an included stand. The previous version doesn't have a stand, which is like one of the criticisms I had of my last review of the first one that I reviewed. So this one actually has a stand, which is really cool. I think it's awesome, and it's just the right angle, I think, for most circumstances. It can't be adjusted, so it's only one kind of stand. But it I think the fact that it even comes with one is a big bonus in my opinion. Massive bonus. All right, cool. So that's feeling good. I like the feeling of that over say the Star Wars ish looking mask. So what I'm going to do is to remind myself that it's going to be glossy and summery. And I'm going to have that sort of flow into each other. All right, cool. That feels better. I'll do a second strap as well. So it'll be like a double strap for the mask. And that feels way better. And I'll play with the nose as well because I want these characters to have like have show instances of like characterization in there. So just play with that idea. So it's always about refinement, really. Yeah, that feels good. I like that. Yep, nice. Yeah, nice one. The Huon must be. I got a Huon in the works as well. I think coming. So I have to check that out too. Um, let's have a look. Now, as for what I want for the actually I might just do a simple. Yeah, I know what to do. Vent wise, these are going to be like this. Yep, that works for me. That looks much nicer. So just playing with those sort of shapes to emphasize the femininity of the character, and that feels really good. Yeah, I've heard that the Huion can be a bit finicky, but that being said, I've always had issues with drivers with any tablet, to be honest, for the most part. All right, cool. Now, as for the shape of the gas canisters, they could actually take on the same shape as the glasses, which is kind of cool. So I might do that. So just go like sort of like a hexagon. Yeah, it feels cool. Hexagon sort of feeling gas canisters. That's cool. I like me friend. All right, sweet. Yep, that's sick. All right, cool. Feeling good. Feeling good about this now. Feeling like we're making progress, or at least I'm making progress on this idea of sorts. Yeah, I like the shape design. Uh, I would add a crack, but it would kill him. In the lore of the show, that I have in mind, or the lore of the stories, any sort of exposure, direct exposure, would be near fatal in terms of exposure to something in the air, rather. So if there was going to be like a crack, it'd be across the top here, or like with like some sort of band aid going on there. So maybe with one of the characters, like the other one, that actually worked really well with the other character, but not with this one. Yeah, this is looking cool. All right, cool. I'm feeling good about this now. Yep, feeling very good. Yeah, weld crack could work if it was metal, but these are rubberized masks. Like a soft leather, like a soft rubber. Not like a gimp mask, but like, yeah. Don't worry, I'll be making a world building video eventually on an official Black Curtain YouTube channel when I get the time. So I'm gonna start doing that too. I have to start preparing for that because I want to start crowdfunding specifically for Black Curtain content. All right, liking the feel of that, and that can just be a neck. Oh, her neck's down there, so that should be fine. Just the base of her head. All right, cool. What do you guys think so far? Like, what a difference that makes when you just have something to sort of work with as a. That feels so much nicer. Yeah, it's all like meant to be like airtight sort of thing. That's the idea. And this can kind of, in terms of the design, it can almost feel like glasses. So I might actually have a detail that makes it feel like she's wearing glasses. That feels nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. All right, cool. Feeling good, feeling good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, so the hair is going to be like, yeah, two giant sticks that are like wet, like with a weave, and then a ponytail coming out the top. These are not practical people. Stand on me. Ah, classic. All right. All right. So then we go like that. Yeah. Sorry, I always forget how to do like wraps in the sketches. All right, cool. I really like the feel of this little thing here. This feels so much nicer than the side buttons. Ah, thank you. I'm liking the braids too. I'm liking the braids as well. Um, let's see. That feels better. Yeah, it feels better. There we go. I think it's how it works. Again, I'm not an expert at these sort of things either. So there we go. I think I just have to alternate. Yeah, that feels better. Yeah, that would be fine. All right, sweet. Again, this is like a second pass, so there'll be a third pass, maybe a fourth pass on it. Hey, nothing wrong with that. A poses are still useful. All right, cool. Get this one going. And also notice that I'm not using a fully opaque brush. I'm using a lower opacity on the brush. So I'm playing with that sort of thing as well. She'll probably have a non-speaking role. She'll probably just be in the sort of background, but also like an active participant. Basically, she gets into it. She's part of a gang, like a smuggling gang, and yeah, bad things happen to all of them. I'm gonna leave it at that. I always forget how to draw braids. Let's just do this first. What? Uh, 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 and match that. And so like this. Yeah, yeah, that'll do. Fuck it. Again, when I do my own personal projects, I'm not too precious on those sort of details because it's only me that's going to be working on them anyway. There we go. Now I know how to do it. It's all coming back to me. There we go. Sweet. So made to die, yeah. They're all kind of made to die. These gang members, they're part of a rival gang trying to cash in on some dodgy stuff, and the big bad comes around and finds out, and yeah, things happen. All right, cool. I like that. That was cool. Artistically, you'll be, yes, you will be surprised how artistically it will be. Yeah, do kind of look like weapons, don't they? Like nunchucks. That's what I had in mind when I started drawing them. Actually. All right, cool. So on the right track, I think. That feels so good. I love its clickiness. So I'm making mental notes for when I actually do a formal review. All right, cool. So in this case, I actually wanted to have like massive, uh, massive. I'll keep it. As I'm drawing it, you kind of understand what talking about. But they're meant to be massive. Um, all right, cool. Because I wanted to be like, yeah, just outlandish and silly. This one. So there's no, and I want them to be over the top characters. So everyone's going to be either ripped or just overtly weird looking. Yeah, sort of like when bodybuilders get augmentation, that sort of feeling. You know what I mean? Then when she puts on her abs, like they're gonna be like bulging. Makes me wonder if I should keep the vest off or on. Yep, that's exactly it. Because it's meant to be a really hot environment as well. Yeah, sort of that sort of feel, Mad Max esque. That's a good way of putting it. It is set in the desert, this one actually, so there is that element to it. but more like I think more like a mix between, I almost say Mad Max and a Breaking Bad scene. So it's set in the desert, but like they're not meant to be like super impoverished or anything like that. They're meant to be just smugglers and bad actors, basically, if that makes sense. All right, cool. So I'm gonna fix that little bump there. All right, sweet. She can basically be wearing a friggin' swimsuit, a swim bikini bra if you wanted to, but it's still meant to be like sort of, yeah, have structure to it. Kind of. Let's go belly button. Yeah, there we go. That's what we need. We need some hip. That's why we needed that. That's what we're missing. A little bit of hip. There we go. That feels better. Hip, hip, hip. More hip. All right, cool. Now that feels good. That feels better. Oops. We'll keep it G-rated on the chat too, by the way. All right, cool. So yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Liking that. And but even she's gonna be like ripped. So you have a bit of chest, like you feel like the chest is bursting from underneath. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. So that's looking pretty cool. Let's get some nice shoulder action in there. Yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? All right, sweet. So we're making good progress, I think. Now this is the thing about these sort of early days of sketching and stuff is that, yeah, once you nail it, once you get that feeling down, you start to feel a bit better about it. So what I'm going to do is, instead of her hand being on her hip there, I'm going to bring it back down. All right. So the general rule of thumb is if the bicep hits the hip, that's where the length of the arm will be for the bicep, and that's where the arm will sort of settle there with the hand. So let's see what I can do there. Even then, even at this stage, I'm going to pull away. Here's another nice little thing. It's just being able to click into zoom and sort of zoom out. That feels really nice. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what the better pose would be now. Hmm. I'm also thinking how low her pants should be. Should I get a little bit of that going on? Nah, hipsters look a bit weird, even on these sort of body shapes. Um, I think all of you should be in horny jail. Um, let's see, let's see, let's see. Play, play, play. Playing with ideas. Let's see. Let's. Sometimes it's just better to just draw a line to see where the arm should go. Just trying to think. Yeah, that could work. Hand. Yeah, I think I have an idea. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, hand. That on shoulder. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a funny pose of sorts. It'd be kind of weird looking to you guys maybe when you first see it, but I think it'll work. Hand will go up there. Forearm down here. Yep, and then just play with that. So even then, like you can see, I'm not really too concerned about worrying about like T poses right now. It's too early days for that. Right now, what matters is just trying to figure out like how much do I want a character? How much character do I want to add to this thing? Big forearm. So the reason I'm doing this is because I'm just trying to figure out even like the shape language of the arms, because each character is going to have a kind of different shape language. So this sort of geometric sort of shape here is where I want to see it go. What do you guys think of the 10 p.m. stream, by the way? Are you guys happier with it, or do you prefer the morning streams on my end? Or is it more comfortable watching me at this hour? Yeah, for sure. Probably be able to see some weird mirror, some sort of weirdness going on already. Yeah, it's probably because you're getting the mix up between the hands and the sketch underneath and the hand there. That's going to end up there. That's what you're getting that weird balancing problem. Oh, cheers. It's good to know that you like the later streams. So as for this, I'm gonna go and add fingers. One there. So I'm using the mirror in front of me as a reference. Yep. One here. Oh, 8 a.m. is not that bad, but you were on earlier, so it would have been 7 a.m. Yep, either's fine. All right, cool. I'm gonna do fingers, and then finger. There we go. I think that works well. So I'm keeping, unlike the other character, I'm keeping these hands um, relatively realistic in proportion. Wow, 5 a.m. Jesus. Okay, so that's commitment. So I appreciate uh the support, that's for sure. But if you need to get sleep, just pop off. Also, you're very active on Discord, so I really appreciate that too. It's like I see you chatting all the time. It's awesome. All right, cool. And then I'm gonna put that would be kind of cool. Thumb underneath the bra strap. That's cool. Yep, I know what I'm doing now. Thumb underneath bra strap. There we go. Sick. Doesn't have to make much logic as to why she's doing it, but it is enough for me. So this is what I was trying to get at. Is like if I'm gonna do a graphic style, which is what I always want to do with my art, is this is what the arm will look like for her. Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, Spain ain't a bad place. All right, cool. As for shoulder action, we've got this going on here, which is cool. All right, cool. I think Okay, no worries. That's awesome to see. It's like at least you're enjoying it. I'm glad that you're sharing what you've done so far. It's looking great so far as well, which is really cool. All right, the nice thing about this whole thing here is that it opens up my hips to be able to show off what she's got. So I actually might go with just in this case just jeans and the holster. So go with a belt, of course, and then just sort of play up that. That's looking pretty cool. Yeah, I'm liking that so far. Yeah, yeah, for sure. No, no, I understand that you just hear because it's just convenient. But yeah, it's nice to say hello anyway. So that's really cool. All right, cool. So gonna get the tears in the jeans, or nah, would it be too much? I could go all Fifth Element on this one. I think I might. Hold on, let me just check. What am I looking for? I'm looking for. Yeah. There was a scene where she was wearing fishnets. I'm pretty sure, or one of the characters in Fifth Element was wearing fishnets, and I was just thinking about, nah, I don't want to do combat shorts. It'll be too. It's too. Yeah, the other characters will be wearing them, so I want this one to be wearing something a bit more outlandish. So they're meant to be like straight up punk. So I might look that up actually. All right, cool. Full length. Yeah, so I have an idea now. All right, let's see. Let's see. I think I know what I have in mind. I thought about leather, but it's, yeah, again, it's one of those things where it's sort of like it's not meant to be like a gimp outfit, so I gotta tread the line. Um, but what I have in mind is, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. So undies, yeah. So like a bikini line that will come up to a hip like that. Again, I'm doing it this intentionally outlandish. Just keep that in mind. Intentionally outlandish. Yeah, that's sick. All right, cool. Yeah, I think I'm on the right track here. I'm getting the right vibe in my head. All right, cool. All right, sweet. So I'll keep the tears. I'm gonna keep this. I'll keep the tears because I'll still look all right. But then the boots will come in. I think a bit lower. I think they'll come in a bit lower. And then this will be a high-waisted pant, like right on the belly button, maybe. From you know who, Santa. And then something like this. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. Yep. Yeah, I like this feeling. This feels cool. Like again, these are meant to be gang members, like ridiculously outlandish gang members. That feels cool. That's all right. Welcome to the chat, B Fletcher. Appreciate it. Sorry, I didn't see the message on the raging hull, but does it get hot? I'm not sure. In this world that she lives in, yes, it does get hot. Yeah, I'm doing a female version. What's the goofiness? Tell me, what do you reckon? I think that looks really cool. I'm really liking this. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube, Agustin Vasquez, Augustin. That's a cool name. That's not a bad idea with the Bowie knife and the thigh Glock. The only thing is that I'm also being aware of Chekhov's gun, so I can't have both because she's going to be doing something with the big gun later on. So I will do the side holster. That's a good idea. So she still has to wear a belt. So there's that one thing. So it's going to get pretty stupid. So she's still going to wear a belt and then a holster. So the holster will come down like that. Onto the thigh. Yeah, I can't wait to see the 3D version come out with this one with the Toon Shader. I'm actually pretty keen. Looking forward to this one. And it'll make for a good test run for the tablet here that I'm using. That looks really cool. I'm actually quite happy with that. Let me just look up a side holster on the Googles. Okay, so yeah, that'd be. I only need to have one, isn't it? Yeah. So the one that slacks down on the hip, slack belt holster. Yeah, cool. All right. So she doesn't need to have a full-on belt up there. That's good because I kind of want to see the belly button anyway. So I can get rid of that. And then get this going on here. Holster goes on there. Thank you for the subscription, TJ Flexer on YouTube. Appreciate that. Yeah, I can't wait to see how this one coming out. I can't wait. It's gonna be really fun, I think. So you can't. Is that another one? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. 01. Thank you again. All right, cool. So there we go here. Again, I'm keeping it pretty easy breezy with the brief I've given myself. So that's looking pretty cool. That is true. That is true. But if you're going to spend time designing stuff on a character that isn't going to be used, it's going to be wasted resources. So you can do it if you want to. In my case, I'm not going to go that far. I want to make sure that everything that's on their body is there for relative reasons. So obviously the side gun does make sense to have one there. Um, but I also want it to be kind of like, um, yeah, practical in that sense, if that makes sense. Okay, there we go. That feels a lot better with the shoes as well. Yeah, yeah. Going the high tops wasn't a good idea. So let's just go with the standard size sort of Doc Martens hang height, and that feels, yeah, really good. Yeah, that feels good. Give it some nice chunk. Yeah, that feels really good. Yep, liking that. Liking that. That feels cool. Yeah, what do you guys think? Um, are you considering the relaxed pose like the previous character, or will this be modeled the same, or will this one be modeled the same as she is? So yeah, the idea is that she will be modeled in a T pose as well, or an A pose, and then I'll pose her in animation or with a rigging test. So yeah, she'll get a proper pose as well. So yeah, this is gonna be really fun to do. I'll probably spend a lot of this week working on her. Whether it's gonna be on live stream or not is another question, but we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised actually. Live stream would actually be good to do this one because I have to record a bunch of shit tomorrow as well. All right, cool. Yeah, the relaxed pose is is an A pose. So yeah, I'm looking forward to actually doing it. Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, I like this. Is looking really cool. Like when I look far away, I'm really liking the line work, like the way it's coming up. Like her body shape is really fun. Yeah, this is gonna be really fun to animate, and really fun to model, especially with these fishnets. Doing anything else is how you create something that's literally unriggable. Yeah, that's true. Although you can rig it technically anything, just not for you don't rig it for that one purpose at least. Okay, here we go. All right, we've got about 20 minutes to go before I wrap it up, but I'm really, really excited to get this one worked on now. It's coming up really cool. And I probably won't go and work on the face like I did with the other character because I don't think it's necessary. But I think she's gonna come up really good. Yeah, she's gonna come up really good, I reckon. Yeah, this is a concept. Yeah, so the concept here is that like I'll draw her like this just to get a vibe of the character, and then I'll convert this to a T pose. So I'll draw a T pose, at least a front and a side, um, as reference before I jump into rig and modeling her proper. Yeah, it's better to draw and pose, I think, first, just to get an idea of like who you're trying to like what you're trying to capture, you know what I mean? So this is quite a big difference from that initial sketch, that's for sure. In the last 2 hours, just sort of figuring out those poses or figuring out those attitudes as well is really cool. I really like her hair. Yeah, so it's gonna makes for some really interesting animation, I reckon. So that's really cool. All right. I think the reason why this is working. Sorry, I'll figure this out tomorrow. But I think I know. I figured out why. it might not be working the way that I expect on the little thing. So I was trying to get the Control Z to work, but it doesn't work. So I hate that you're doing so many things with this one character that I care about, and then now I have to pay triple attention. Yeah, yeah, that's usually how I operate. Like, because I want to get it right, you know? So you don't have to do it my way. My way is just my way. You know what I mean? So if you want to do it your way, you can do it your way. That's not a problem. Let's make that hand a little bit bigger. And get that going on. Let's get that. That feels better. Get a little bit of a hand bend in there. I can do it like that as well, but let's do it like that. Actually, sorry, I just realized I can do another sort of pose as well, depending. All right. It depends on how big the gun is. Because it's going to be like a big boy gun. Um, let's see what we got here. Let's go with I'm actually going to go with this. Oops, that's a little bit weird looking. Yeah, that feels better. There we go. That feels better. Oh, really? Not to shade your reference sheet. Like sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I just find it a waste of time when shading a reference sheet. That's for sure. How sci-fi are the guns? Hard to say. I mean, like are they? You mean like are they like energy weapons or like bullet based? I haven't thought that far. I'd say they're energy based in the lore of my more my lore of my game show short films. So there's that. That's what I would think. I think that's what the case will be. But they will need to be recharged. They do need to be like sort of charged up, or they have some sort of ammo. Put it that way. All right. Not very big fan of the hands here, but it will do for now. All right. So this one will be like a big boy gun. In this case, it probably would serve to put the. So sorry, I have to look up something. It could be on a tripod. This one actually. Yeah, I prefer to do line work only. Let's see. I want to have a mounted. Yeah, something like this. So I'm looking for something along these lines, but like sci-fi like. So it's probably gonna look like that. So yeah, let's roll with that in mind. I'll have to extend the canvas, I reckon. Let's just go ahead and move the whole lot. Man, this tablet feels good on my hand though. So smooth. And I feel less strain as well, which is weird when I think about it with that in mind. I don't feel the strain as much. All right, cool. Let's move that forward. Yep, and that thing will spin around. Anti-material rifle. Is that from a show? Is that like a real thing? Oh, like a sniper. No, so there's actually gonna be a sniper somewhere else in the episode. So he'll have the sniper rifle. So yeah, don't you worry. There will be sniper rifles involved in this show. All right. All right. See, I've never actually even played a single version of Fallout, so I actually have no clue what any of it looks like. These guys aren't in radiation suits or anything like that. Or have like power armor. There's no power armor in this stuff. So yeah, there's ways basically that I have to tread a line, I suppose. Actually works with the pose quite nicely now. Um, cool. I'm gonna keep that as is for now. As for mounting it, I can just put it. I'm just gonna put a temporary tripod there. And then one there like that. Cool. I'll worry about the details later. Yeah, yeah, I looked it up. So yeah, it would be cool to have one of those, that's for sure. Because I think one of the other characters will be holding something similar along those lines. All right, cool. I think I'm done with the sketch. I'm pretty happy with that. And given that, yeah, I think that's gonna look really cool. I think what I would like to do, of course, is give her some tattoos as well. But I'll leave the tats for my wife to figure it out because she knows how to do it. I don't. So there we go. That's looking really pretty cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. What do you guys think? All right. Now I could add, just for the sake of asymmetry, just cause, would be some sort of knee pad there. But I'm not a big fan of adding like just prop armor for the sake of just for the sake of what's the word? Just for the sake of just adding noise for the sake of noise. So let me see. There would I would put storytelling elements on the tats to the extent that she's not gonna survive the episode. Okay. So like it would be like generic enough, but in a world building sense. That'd be applicable to the world that she lives in, but they wouldn't necessarily tell a story about who she is because that's a waste of time on a story on a resource front. She's not important enough as a character to necessitate putting all that effort into her story, if that makes sense. I don't have a family business. No, my wife is just a good artist in her own right. Um, yeah, she does something else completely out of the scope of animation, but she's just very good at what she does. When she does want to animate, not animate, but draw. When she wants to draw, she does a really good job. Yeah, we met at university as animators as well, but she moved on to other things when she graduated. All right, cool. All right, cool. That's looking. I feel really good about that. Cool, cool. What else is there? What else am I missing? Am I missing anything here? Yeah, some color, obviously. I have about 10 minutes. I can probably add a little bit of color. I'm still wondering whether I should add any other clothing items onto her. What do you guys think? Should I add any clothing items? Hmm. Don't know. Trying to think. Oops. Hmm. I actually like it really simple. I really like the simple look of her when it comes to her clothing. I think it'll work fine. Hmm. The only thing I can add, I'll keep it. Oh yeah, I will add is just some flourishes of jewelry. So bracelets. Add some bracelets there. Yeah, that's cool. And maybe that's a good idea. Yeah, ammo would be good. For a particular scene, I think. But yeah, I think this will be fine. I'm just thinking in terms of animation as well, because if I add like a string of ammo, that means an extra piece of animation I need to add. So I'm gonna keep. I want to keep the budget on this pretty small in terms of like rigging budget. So I'm considering all these things. Um, yeah, I think this will be fine. I think I'm quite happy with that. But as you said, I could add another strap across her chest. But again, that adds. I hate to say it, but it adds so much more complexity to her rig when you have to add straps across the chest. Um, Even adding side holsters on the thighs are just a pain in the ass. Uh, yeah, cool. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, these are cool. I think I'm gonna leave it at that, and then I'll refine this even further. So for color, again, keeping the palette pretty simple. Let's make it a bit darker, something like that. Thank you for joining, Enzo Marque or Marquez. All right, bring up the brush size. That clicky noise sounds so good. That's gonna be a bit too saturated, I think. So I'm gonna bring that in that like that way. Yeah, I thought about knee and elbow guards, but again, these aren't mercenaries. They're just like they're not meant to be smart people. It all makes sense once you see it all come together. But I could add some knee guards. I think if I want to add a little bit more bulk to the framing of the character, yeah, I could probably add some knee guards or something like that. So I might add that as an optional layer. In terms of hair color, let's go crazy. Oh wait, no, can't go that color. Ponytails and turquoise is not allowed in this world when there is a jinx with ponytails and turquoise. So I'll go pink. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, could do that. Barbie pink hair. There we go. And I might give her a little bit of purple mask. And then we can get some chrome. That look cool. Chrome bits here. See, notice how, by the way, that when I go into the lighter tones, they look way more prominent when you have this gray mid color on the background. Yes, this one has a bit of a tap, like a textured tablet, a texture to it. Yeah. Thank you for joining, Albatross. If you're on the stream, thank you for joining. Uh, and add a little bit of shine. That'll do. I'm gonna just add a little bit of that into the actual thing as well. Just a little bit of highlight. Let's add a little highlight. There we go. Cool. Then as for the glasses, I'll probably have to add some sort of actually looks cool anyway, just white. Um, some sort of texture to that too. That's looking pretty cool. All right, cool. For the shoes, they're gonna be black or dark colors. So I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight those, put those in. Or should I go with the same color as the hair? That'd be kind of cool. Was that too much? Let's see. It's probably too much, honestly, but it's all about balance. Yeah, that's too much. What I will do though, possibly, is pink bra. Yeah, that will work fine. I think I'll lighten that up, obviously, but yeah, that feels all right. And again, this is all really, really early day stuff, so I can change it at any time. Doesn't matter about anything. Oh, the hair is this is a braid, not a braid, but the it's like a fabric. So the fabric would be a different color. So it'd either be like I can do a lighter color, or I can do a darker color. So it depends on what I want to do. So I'm not sure yet. I'm still exploring the ideas. So something like that would be kind of cool. Yeah, that looks well. Um, Underwear will be black maybe, or I could still do the same thing as before and make it pink and then do overlay. But it might be too much. I think that might be too much. Black is cool. As for the skin tones, let's add a little bit of that going in there. Let's have a little fun with this one. And then polycolor pinks. Could do that if I wanted to, that's for sure. I think it's a cool idea to make a little deco sticker like the channel logo to add somewhere on the clothes. I could do that like a little brand, like a hidden brand Easter egg. Let's do some highlight like that. Let's do some highlights on the other side just to have some fun with it. Teal and orange, why not? do some set the screen as well. It's time 57. All right, I'm gonna have to wrap it up in a few minutes. Cool. So her boots would be a brighter color still, by the way. Definitely reserved for ad space, that's for sure. All right, cool. All right. I think this will work well enough as a way to start. What do you guys think? It's gonna get right. It's just gonna get hot. That's all it is. It's gonna get more and more hotter. All right, cool. And then I might just add a little bit of color tone just to finish off, and then that will be enough for today. With a super low opacity on the thing, set it to screen, and then add a little bit of pink undertone on the screen. All right, awesome. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. With all that being said, let's go ahead and make one more addition. No, let's make a big shadow. So I'm gonna make a big shadow on this side. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm gonna add a multiply filter on top and see what that looks like. And then put that behind there. I think that will do fine. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, it does have that sort of feel, does it? It does. It does sort of feel like a graffiti wall, graffiti painting. All right. That's it for now. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll be returning tomorrow at the same time, hopefully. Apart from that, thank you for watching. It's been really fun. I think we've done. I'm surprised that the progress was as much as what it was. Um, in anime series, we see a lot of visual effects during a fight scene. So what is it called, and how can I think it's just called animation. I don't know how you can say you can recreate it. It's a big progress, big process. Oh, no worries. Cheers. Have a good one. Yeah, enjoy the days for those overseas. Cheers. Oh, thank you very much. And I'll post this picture up on the Discord channel as well. All right, catches. No worries. Cheers. Yeah, join this Discord. Go for it, please.